Today on the Morning Edition, APD says it's about enhancing safety, but some are asking, when does police surveillance cross the line from protecting to invasion of privacy? We'll share the latest on the real-time crime center the APD wants to expand. Plus, the Mukluk fire recovery efforts continue, and the Alaska Division of Forestry and Fire Protection announces a change. We'll bring you the latest in our continuing coverage. And later, a first-of-its-kind blast from the past mixes something old with something new and unique. We'll take a look at how one community in Wisconsin is looking to give people something special as the Morning Edition starts now. Good Friday morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us today. We had some good sunshine this past week, but this morning, that rain, which you had told us was coming, came.
Yeah, we're seeing that heavier activity that built in through the overnight hours. Winds have also increased across parts of South Central. Not everyone dealing with some gusty winds. Here in Anchorage, we've got winds up to 20 miles per hour. A cool morning at 51 degrees. That is where we are sitting at, but that rain that's been steadily building in through the overnight. You can see some of that heavier activity beginning to drift east into Prince William Sound. We've got persistent rain showers, though, that continue through the valley as well as down through the Kenai. Now, we will see some dry time as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. Most of the rain will stay with us through the first part of the day. If you're heading to the Alaska State Fair later today, you may just see some isolated scattered showers towards the evening hours. So we should see most of that rain exit off towards the east-southeast as we head into the evening hours. Rain also building into the interior, where we're going to see about a 2 to 3 day stretch of rain lingering today, tomorrow, and possibly into Sunday. We'll keep some of those rain showers around for the interior. So we've got a wet stretch of weather as the week draws to a close, really as the month draws to a close across the state. We've seen upwards of just under 4/10 of an inch of rain out towards Homer. You can see as you head inland areas, Anchorage already picked up nearly 1/4 of an inch, Palmer 3/10 of an inch, Talkeetna approaching 4/10 of an inch of rainfall. So we've seen some of the heavier activity, of course, across western parts of South Central. But as that continues to shift east, we're going to begin to see some of that heavier activity building through Prince William Sound, where we easily could see up to an inch of rainfall accumulation. Winds have been gusting upwards of about 30 miles per hour this morning. Notice the core of the strongest winds have been for inland areas of South Central as well as out towards Portage and Whittier area. We are going to see again those temperatures warming into the 50s. Second half of the day trending drier, possible sunshine breaks, but we could still see some lingering showers. Coming up in my full forecast, we'll be talking more about the dry spell that'll head into South Central this weekend, as well as some cooler weather. Southeast, widespread rain returns overnight, but we do have that wet and breezy weather to end this week. I'll have more on that in that 7-day coming up.
Condolences are coming in from across the state after a plane crash left all 4 passengers aboard dead, including the former mayor of Bethel, pilot Eric Middlebrook. His relatives, Ronald Schmidt, Lance Schmidt, and Daniel Simons, were all in the plane at the time of the crash. Jace Bertrand spoke with Mark Springer, who worked on the Bethel City Council with Eric for several years and remembers him as someone who was always willing to help.
He was a real hard-working guy doing actually an important job as essentially the only refrigeration technician doing commercial work. You'd always see him working on the coolers and the freezers at the stores here in Bethel, and he would fly his airplane to any village that called up and needed service on their equipment in the village stores.
Since the news of the crash, Springer says people in Bethel are remembering the former mayor.
He was a pretty cool guy. He was, well-known here in Bethel and well-liked. So it was a real terrible tragedy.
As a family grieves, the NTSB is working to determine the cause of the crash.
There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of different stories coming in. We didn't know if this happened on landing, if it was on a go-around, if it was on departure.
NTSB Regional Chief Clint Johnson says they are looking into the state of the plane's engine during the incident.
I don't know the difference between a struggling plane and not. Everyone that was around, though, they said that it was very loud. It was like it was struggling, almost like it was overweight.
Videos like the one captured by Lindsay Burnett may prove key to the NTSB's investigation.
Videos for us are worth their weight in gold. We can not only just what you see visually, but if there's sound, we can do what's called sound spectrum analysis. We can actually get an idea of how healthy that engine was, what the RPM was, if it's a good recording.
Jace Bertrand, Alaska's news source.
Statements with condolences have come in from Alaska's senators. Senator Dan Sullivan posting on social media saying, quote, "These tragedies are heartbreaking and unacceptable, which is why aviation safety and infrastructure in Alaska continues to be a top focus of mine." Senator Lisa Murkowski also posted on her social media saying, in part, "Our vast distances and lack of road connections mean we depend on aviation to knit our state together, which makes accidents like this all the more heartbreaking." Scary moments for an Anchorage family after a fire broke out inside their mobile home. It happened Thursday morning on Sunset Trailer Court near Cleven Street in the Russian Jack Park neighborhood. The Anchorage Fire Department said they quickly responded and put the fire out. AFD says all 6 members of the family, including several young children, were able to escape their home, but were taken to the hospital for further evaluation. Investigators are still determining what caused the fire to start. In Anchorage, questions are rising as conversations surrounding police surveillance pick up all across the country. Anchorage police are seeking to expand their real-time crime monitoring center. Our Joe Allgood went inside the RTCC. Although he wasn't allowed to record inside to protect private citizen information, he did get permission to share footage shot by APD inside to get an idea of what they can see.
At the Elmore Police Station in Anchorage, there's a small room filled with monitors similar to a dispatch center.
That is communication, getting information from the public to the officers responding.
But with a different goal in mind.
The Real-Time Crime Center, on the other hand, that's really designed to be able to expand the amount of information that we can provide to the officers that may or may not be provided by the public.
Everything from car accidents to stolen vehicles or even hit and runs.
It is a stolen vehicle, 2026 white Toyota 4Runner.
A map displayed on a TV shows icons indicating body cams, dash cams, and traffic cameras.
We try to utilize those traffic cameras to see what's going on at that scene.
Also on that map are surveillance cameras registered by residents or businesses. Unlike the traffic cameras, the RTCC cannot access live feeds from those, which number over 200.
And what that means simply is we know that the cameras exist. We don't have access to them. But you spread that out throughout the municipality, not a lot of impact.
Instead, officers can contact the owners, and third-party contractor Axon is able to provide clips from those cameras if they relate to a case.
And then they can reach out directly to that homeowner or business owner and say, "I think your camera may have captured something. This is the date, this is the time frame that it is. I'm going to send you a link. If you want to share that video with us, just connect it into that link that I'm going to send you."
APD is seeking nearly $600,000 to upgrade the RTCC, though Case says none of that would be used for new tech or cameras.
None of the equipment that we currently have was purchased for the Real-Time Crime Center. So, monitors, desks, chairs, being able to put, the wires in ceilings.
In the process, some have had questions regarding privacy.
Okay, you can't track somebody today. Tomorrow you could buy some software that does. This doesn't change policy. We are here to provide the check and balance as the legislative branch.
Joe Allgood, Alaska's news source.
This conversation will continue when the Assembly meets next Tuesday to discuss the $600,000 as well as a new ordinance to update municipal code on surveillance. A new report from the Alaska Department of Public Safety is out, and it paints 2 very different pictures about that issue in our state. While crime rose statewide over the past year, the data shows a clear divide between our cities and trooper patrolled areas. Investigative reporter Johnson Kuhn breaks it all down for us.
Statewide, Alaska crime rose 7.2% over the last year. That's this red bar. But the long-term picture shows progress. Since 2018, overall, statewide crime has dropped 36.9%, this green bar. However, a jurisdictional split tells a very different story. Locally, Anchorage Police Department saw a 14.6% surge in overall crime, driven by a near 20% spike in property offenses, indicated by the red lines. But comparing that to trooper patrol jurisdiction, crime actually fell by 5.9%, with property and violent offenses both down, indicated by the green bars. Now, meanwhile, the state is reporting continuous drop in its most violent crime category. Homicides statewide have declined 3 years in a row, from 56 in 2023 to 51 in 2024, and down to 44 last year. And in other major Alaskan cities, Fairbanks police, they recorded 1,660 total offenses, with 709 of those being violent crimes and 4 homicides. And as for the capital city in Juneau, they logged 1,052 total crimes, with 459 violent crimes and 0 homicides for the year. DPS officials cautioned that statistics only track when a crime is reported, not occurred. Still, Governor Dunleavy stated that the data proves Anchorage policymakers must continue to prioritize public safety. Johnson Kuhn, Alaska's news source.
Well, the Mukluk fire near Tok is now 29% contained after burning more than 7,300 acres. Fire officials expect the blaze to stay within its current boundaries. 361 firefighters are using drones to track hot spots and clear hazardous trees. Cooler weather and recent rain are helping crews stabilize burned neighborhoods. Despite the progress, Alaska Division of Forestry and Fire Protection has extended fire season until September 14th from the original date of August 31st. The extension covers the Delta Protection Area, Tok, and Copper River. Burn permits will still be required, but are currently not being issued in Tok. For anyone wanting to help, Alaska's news source is partnering with the American Red Cross for relief donations. The Red Cross is in Tok right now, providing supplies at a local disaster center. Scan this QR code on your screen now, or visit our website to make a donation. Still ahead today on the Morning Edition, we'll head out to the Anchorage Fire Department training grounds, where our Danny Tompkins is going to get geared up for the weekend, where she will live a day in the life of a firefighter and find out if she has what it takes.
And we've got wet and windy conditions across South Central for your Friday. I'll have more on what to expect when you're heading to the Alaska State Fair later today. But first at sunrise, 6:42 in Anchorage, 5:48 in Juneau. Your quick forecast is next.
Welcome back in with that shot over Midtown. Each day getting a little darker and darker at this time, Aaron, but we do know it's wet outside right now.
Yeah, that rain at times this morning has been a bit on the heavier side. We are expecting to see activity later this afternoon into the evening kind of wind down. So if you are heading to the Alaska State Fair, you may see some sunshine breaks later this evening. Now, as far as what we did see yesterday, it was beautiful conditions. We saw plenty of sunshine, but you can see that rain did build in through the overnight hours. This is a time lapse out towards Summit Lake. And you can see this morning, we continue to see some of that downpour that's occurring as you head through parts of Turnagain Pass. And we're going to continue to favor this ongoing rainfall as we head through the rest of your Friday. And you can see widespread activity across South Central, north into the interior. Our area of low pressure still out towards Norton Sound and the Seward Peninsula. You can see that frontal passage that's associated with it as well. Now, while the low is still out west, it's still driving in some high surf as you head through parts of the Yukon Delta. Water levels 1.5 to 2.5 feet above the normal high tide. That wind advisory is still in effect as you head out towards the Kuskokwim Delta coastline. And then, of course, as you head through the Central Brooks Range, there is a winter weather advisory where we could see up to 5 inches of snow accumulation in some of those higher elevations. And, of course, we continue to favor some gusty winds up to about 60 to 70 miles per hour through the Alaska range. Winds so far this morning, not as strong as what we did see yesterday for parts of western Alaska and the Aleutians. In fact, the winds have died down and shifted east across the state. McGrath, 25-mile-per-hour winds. Glen Allen, 36. Anchorage, we've seen our max wind at about 30 miles per hour, but this morning we are sitting at 20-mile-per-hour winds. So snow already beginning to fall through the Brooks Range. You can see widespread rain to our north as well as here in South Central. That will stay with us, although later this afternoon we'll see some dry breaks. So if you're heading to the Alaska State Fair, it's not going to be wet all day long. We'll see some dry time towards the afternoon. More showers look possible this evening before we do officially dry out overnight on into our Saturday. In fact, Saturday is shaping up to be a beautiful one. We'll see mostly sunny conditions across South Central as we head through the first part of the weekend. Sunday will provide a bit more cloud coverage. Can't rule out a stray shower Sunday, but for the most part, we are going to be dry as we head into the weekend until we head into early next week. So still on track for seeing upwards of about an inch of rain as you head through Prince William Sound. You can see additional accumulation across western parts of South Central could top out anywhere from a quarter to about half an inch of rainfall. So this is a decent shot of rain that we are seeing this morning, a better chance compared to the rain that we did see earlier this week. So again, if you were heading to the Alaska State Fair around 11 a.m. through the early afternoon, you can see those rain showers will continue. By the evening, we will begin to see some sunshine breaks and possibly some lingering showers, but most of the day or most of the evening hours should provide plenty of dry time. Temperatures, though, will be on the cooler side as we only top out in the 50s today across the vast majority of South Central. So rainy conditions and some breezy winds expected to stay with us. That 7-day forecast you can see as we head through the weekend and into next week. We will see the return to some rain back in the forecast as we head through next week. Temperatures, though, noticeably cooler across not only South Central but the state as a whole, as we'll likely stay in the upper 50s and lower 60s.
CPR, climbing a 100-foot ladder, and even fighting a real fire. That's what some Alaskans will be doing over the weekend at the Fire Ops 101 event, where they spend a day in the life of a firefighter. Our Danny Tompkins joins us now with a closer look at how participants are preparing. Hey, Danny.
Hi, Kristen. I'm here at the Anchorage Fire Department Training Center where all the gear is behind me, and I'm actually participating in that event this weekend, so we're going to actually get me geared up and ready to go. And I'm here with Matthew Carlson, a firefighter, to walk us through the process of how you gear somebody up.
Good morning. Excited to be here.
Yeah. So what's the first step?
Okay, first step, we will get you pants and sized for a coat. So let's start with some pants.
Okay. Perfect.
We'll have you put these on.
Okay, and I've never done firefighting before, so this will be an interesting task this weekend.
Yeah, we are out the door in 90 seconds, so I'll start timing you now.
Fast. 90 seconds is so impressive. When people put gear on for the first time, how long does it normally take?
Well, during the academy, we train and we practice essentially every day. So by the end of the academy, our guys and girls are quick. Like within a minute, they've got all their gear on, and then 30 seconds out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, they're quick.
Not me, but that's okay. I got the pants on.
Okay, coat.
Jacket. And what's the importance of having all of this gear on?
We wear all this gear in a structure fire just so we don't get burned. Keeps us safe.
I do not want to get burned.
If you want to zip it, we can try.
Perfect. The arms are a little long, but
a little long.
That's okay.
You want to do boots next?
Yeah,
okay.
Boots will work great. And you guys have specialized gear that fit you a little better.
Yeah, we are fitted. These are our hand-me-downs out-of-service gear that we use for training.
Perfect. Well, that's a lot of gear in here. Okay. And it's kind of heavy.
It is heavy, yeah. And once we get an air pack on you and a mask, it's a lot of weight.
It's gonna go crazy.
How about a helmet?
Yeah. Okay. So how much does all of this weigh for you guys?
It's over 100 pounds once you has everything on there. It's a lot.
All right, we got the helmet. I don't know how to tighten it.
That's okay. You can leave it like that for now. How about some gloves?
Gloves? Oh my goodness, I'm like feeling so weighed down right now. I don't know how I'm gonna be climbing a ladder tomorrow and all this.
Okay, that's everything.
That's
now,
everything?
You do a couple push-ups.
Okay, can I take the helmet off for that?
Yeah, there.
All right, Kristen, we're gonna see if I can do some push-ups in this gear. Okay. Okay, not bad.
Nice.
Wow. Oh my gosh, look at her go.
But we'll see if I'm climbing a ladder
with 100 pounds on.
All right, Kristen. Well, I think I'm ready.
I mean, you're swimming in it, but you
I don't know.
make it look easy.
We'll see. I'm a little nervous.
I believe in you. Look, I'm excited to see how it goes on Monday. Thanks, Danny. Thanks for listening to our podcast. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcasts from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting. Available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.